So welcome to Political Cadence for 7/11/26, and it happens to be Will's birthday. So happy birthday, Will.
Mhm.
Thank
Oh
you.
yeah.
Day is your birthday.
Happy Slurpee birthday.
Yeah, get on down there. Boogie on down there to 7-Eleven and get your Slurpee.
There you go.
Yeah. Um, man, there's just a ton of shit over the last fortnight. Before we get started, let's go with our new feature where we're showing, we're talking about nice things that our guests have said about us. So we had a guest on, a couple weeks or a couple months ago, Kurt Ellenberger, who was a music professor, and he helped us understand some jazz music and broke it down for us from a very molecular level. And he said, had a fantastic time with Phil, Lisa, and Aaron. Great format that is fast paced and fun, but also is substantive and goes deep when needed. Really enjoyed the conversation and hope to be back. So, since we have Rob here, we have the boss. I thought we'd boast a little bit on the antisocial network and talk
Mhm.
about our successes. So, Kurt was awesome. We'll have him back someday. But we have 2 weeks of a shit show to cover here and 1 hour to do it. So let's dive right in.
Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Just so our friends and family know, I'm having a little bit of shortness in breath. So if I don't talk as much as usual, or if I sound like I'm trying to, get out of a wind tunnel, please forgive.
She's a
Okay.
trooper. She's a super trooper,
Mhm.
in fact. And which
Hey.
is, yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, we are going to see Super Troopers 3.
Well, the song super. This is like Sweden week.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So we had
Yeah.
Greta Garbo's great nephew on yesterday, and we're gonna have ABBA tomorrow. So
We're not having ABBA on the show. We're going to
Discuss.
we're gonna
have
break
one of
down
their albums on as an audio audible. Yes.
right
Yep.
with Tango. All right.
Thanks. That means the greatest hits.
Yeah, Tango only does greatest hits.
Yeah.
He's
She's
the
like,
only one allowed to do greatest hits on Aaron's audio audibles.
it's
Yeah,
kind of
even I'm not allowed to, and I tried.
it's kind of her version of the green M&Ms Van Halen insisted, or the brown M&Ms that Van Halen insisted on taking out. She insists on putting greatest hits in. But anyway, we humor her. But anyway, so
You know
let's
why?
get started.
You know why they put that in their rider?
No.
To to make sure that they followed instructions. If they don't follow those instructions, they might not follow instructions of setting up stage equipment or whatever else.
I had heard that.
That and I always think also that some bands just have to come up with something. Like their agents tell them you have to have something in your writer or they're not going to respect you. So,
That
kind
sounds
of
like
like Gilligan from
Yeah,
Gilligan's
what was the
Island.
problem with Van Halen?
Yeah. When he renegotiated his contract, he is why the professor and Marianne were added to the song.
well, it
Up
sounds
to
like
that
something.
point, they weren't on it.
It
They
sounds
were
like
the best.
We're the rest.
Mhm.
Sounds like something Diamond Dave would put in.
Yeah.
But before we lose control of the show, let's get on it here. Graham Plattner. We're going to start with
Yeah.
that.
That's
We're
fucking
going to
gay.
we're going to start with Plattner because if we're nothing if not fair-minded. Here we had the senatorial
Right.
candidate from Maine that was
I have,
endorsed by
I have one
Bernie.
good thing to say about him: wicked good mustache.
Hell of a mustache.
Mhm.
Great voice for documentaries. If he could have survived this, maybe that would be his second career. Maybe that would be his fallback. He'll do documentaries or something. But he had gone all the way up to the Democratic Senate nominee from Maine, won the primaries to go up against Susan Collins, and had the backing of the party. He kind of looked like the guy that you would want to go up against, the dudes of the Republican Party, because he was sort of kind of a backwoodsman or something. He kind of cut a strong profile or whatever, but bit by bit, they started to tear down the edifice of that profile, starting with the tattoo that he had that apparently was a Nazi Iron Eagle or something. I've never seen exactly what it is, but he said he didn't know what it was. So I was like, well, they cut him some slack on that. And then there were some marital issues, and that kind of people kind of forgave him for that. And considering that we had pedophiles and sex offenders on the other side, it didn't seem all that bad. But now, history with this accusation from a woman named Jenny. I might get this name wrong. Rakasat or Rakaso. I'm sure I got that wrong. I probably mangled it, but my apologies to her. But this was this was a rape that she reported. She had been part of the initial allegations against him, but she was unnamed at the time. But she decided to come out totally, and over the last week, and kind of took him down. As a result, he's backed out of the senatorial race. I know Rob has some detailed thoughts on it. And Rob, welcome to the show, by the way, our boss at the ASN Network. So we'll let Rob open the comments about Graham Plattner.
Well, so when we talked about it the other day, and I was like kind of seething about it, what I was convinced was going to happen was we have all been so hyper exposed over the last so many fucking years of people trying to normalize their party's crimes. Well, how do we know? Yeah, but what about boo, boo, boo? And the left side is trying to take a moral high ground. What I was convinced was going to happen was we were going to get that exact same bullshit coming in about Plattner. Let's wait for the facts to come out, blah, blah. The only thing that I thought would be different from MAGA is that the victim would be treated with, respect and with some more gentle touch than a MAGA psychopath would do. That's why today my tagline is fuck MAGA. But that's not what's happening, not one bit. I thought for sure the left-leaning podcast, radio host, TV, news, I thought they were going to try to normalize it. Let's wait for all the facts, blah, blah, blah. And I feel better because it is being directly addressed by everybody. Nobody's giving this guy any fucking slack. So right there, we are now starting to take a moral high road even stronger than we were before.
I think they gave him a little slack and he used it up, and then another fish came, pulled the rest.
The thing is, that's not a fish. That's a career-eating shark that came up, and if it happened, it should have come up, and if it happened, he should do time. And it's good that the Democrats said, no, you need to now just go. You're done here.
Yeah.
I mean, he was held accountable for his actions. He's not coming out publicly and calling her a liar or trying to smear her. He's just like, I'm going to go handle this now.
Yeah.
And Plattner should stay away. But I was just very disappointed also with these, not surprised, but disappointed with these allegations coming out. Like, I think every bit as disappointed in Plattner as I am in Fetterman. And that kind of really bubbled up a lot of anger that day, too.
One that really disappointed me was Al Franken.
Yeah.
Well, what did Al Franken say? You're talking about the incident. You're talking about the incident, right?
What, the Al Franken incident? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so I think it was a lesson, a cautionary tale that they kind of didn't really vet out Plattner enough. They jumped on the bandwagon. They, even Bernie, they really saw him as a really strong candidate and a representative of the party, and they really did not. They didn't do due diligence in vetting him out, and I think that's the foremost lesson from it. But I don't know.
But Phil, at the same time, though, that's not really the important part of what's happening right now. The important part is that incident didn't get picked up for vetting for whatever reason. But once it was brought to light, how it was handled, that's what matters. I tell people when I go speak at recovery, meetings and rehabs, that you can't completely destroy yourself because you relapse, because relapse is a part of the disease. It's what do you do when it happens? Do you take your slide down till you're way past rock bottom again? Or do you grab control of it right up front and handle it? And that's what the left is doing with this platinum thing. They have grabbed a hold of it when this real, actual, credible accusation has happened. It's being handled, and it's being handled responsibly. And the MAGA side is trying to use this platinum thing as a weapon. But they just make themselves look continuously more Trump-tarded every time they do. Because it is being dealt with publicly.
Yeah.
And I want to give a thumbs up to everybody, like Political Cadence is a great example. I want to give a thumbs up to everybody who is addressing this real and honestly and treating it with the respect that it deserves for the victim, being compassionate about what happened to this woman instead of trying to turn around and demonize her for it.
Yeah.
I think it's being handled well now.
Well, he didn't respond particularly well either. He was very
Yeah.
defiant.
Strike one was Nazi tattoo. Strike two was the adultery, and the
Strike three is
sexual
rape.
assault is that would have been strike three right at the start if it was
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I do listen to Kyle Kalinske occasionally, and he was really on Plattner. He was very much a proponent of Plattner, but he's basically not mentioned it, and his silence is deafening.
Definitely.
So he's moved on to other things,
Mhm.
but there are like Lawrence O'Donnell on MSN. I know they addressed the fact that he'd never really talked much about Plattner, even though he's such a mover and a shaker. And O'Donnell kind of suggested that's because he was doing due diligence. He didn't feel like he had been vetted out yet. So I don't think that there's going to be a groundswell to try to bring him back at this point. He's might find something else to do, I guess, with his life if he can stay out of prison.
Yeah, time to go to Burger King, pal. You're done.
Yeah.
I've seen the interview with there was the two political people that kind of set up the whole Plattner campaign, and they were being asked about the vetting, and they're like, "Oh, we didn't do any of it. We just hired a company."
Right.
The woman of the two of them just kind of started laughing nervously. It was really weird. I think it was on the Daily Show, actually.
Laughing nervously because she knows she epically screwed the pooch. She's like, "Oh, please don't fire me."
Yeah. Right. All right. Well, so Plattner, we might not see him again for a while, at least maybe on court TV. But here we go. ICE is added.
Can I do this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
ICE is added again. Sister Letitia Ugboaha was arrested last week. Hard to reconcile this with the regime's vow to focus on hardened criminals. Democratic Representative Henry Cuellar said,
maybe.
"Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Cuellar, okay,
Quaylar.
okay,
Yeah.
Cuellar said in a post on X."
They are. You say it like there's no L's.
Oh, okay, Cuellar.
Like the
Okay.
Orioles pitcher from the 70s.
Yeah, that does not inform
That
me.
doesn't help you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Democratic Representative Henry Cuellar said in a post on X that reports about the nun's arrest raised serious concerns about how immigration enforcement resources are being used. I do have to say that if we're just now having serious questions about how that's going, then a little worried about Cuellar.
Yeah. Well, I mean that was terrible. They resolved that on the day that she was arrested. She was apparently released. I don't know if there's going to be any follow up to that. I don't know if they're going to try to take her, pursue charges against her. But certainly a more egregious offense followed up on July 7th when Lorenzo Salgado Araujo was murdered by ICE in Houston during what appears to be another incident very similar to Preddy.
I'd like to get Mike Hildegon to talk about that. It happened right by his house, right?
Right. He said, yeah, that he frequented the gas station where it occurred,
Yeah, across the street. That's right.
Mm-hmm. But even worse, to compound the atrocity, it was later
Maybe this time.
revealed that it was a mistaken identity. They had actually pursued the wrong um, culprit,
Killed the wrong culprit. Shot
killed the
him.
wrong
Shot him in
culprit.
the window.
Yeah,
Right,
and shot.
and the
And
name.
of
Not a
course,
culprit,
they have.
actually. He didn't do anything.
Well,
Well,
I didn't know what to call it, Aaron,
okay,
but you're right.
yeah.
It's not the culprit.
Bystander, I
It's
guess.
yeah,
Well, that and also they very quickly blamed him for weaponizing his vehicle,
Yeah.
just like Freddie.
without
And
even a
or not
scratch on it.
Freddie.
Move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was also proved by private investigators that there was no ICE member in front of the van at the time of the basically execution.
yeah,
It's like MAGA hasn't figured out that absolutely fucking everybody has one of these.
Mhm.
And when
Right.
they see shit going, everybody's recording it.
Mhm.
right. They conveniently had no body cam footage, but I saw something new today. Every day, something new comes out. Somebody with a phone recording, or somebody's their doorbell camera captures
Mhm.
something, you know, and so slowly but surely it's coming out that he was a hardworking. He was not a citizen, right? Yet, or was he? But I mean,
No, I
all
don't
the,
No, he
think so.
was, from what I
Oh, he was?
No,
No,
well,
I don't think so.
when it comes to
We'll
killing
find out
somebody, it really is not the foremost concern when they're just blowing people away on the streets. But he's a hardworking worker. He'd been here for 35 years. He was beloved by his family. The picture that they keep showing on the news is of him at his 52nd birthday party where he's got his birthday. It's just terrible to see this shit happen. And when it gets personalized like that, it's really sad. And
Yeah, and I have the intense feeling that moving forward, I don't think ICE is going to have any body cam footage
oh no, they're not
in
going to
these
have any.
situations,
They're probably
whether it was
ordered
on or
not to.
not.
because how dare they be held accountable for their actions?
So when they
Right.
fired Chris,
Remember, we're talking. Just keep in mind, guys, we're talking about Die Gestapo von der Führer.
right.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, when they fired Nome and they fired Bongino, it seemed like that even Trump was saying, "Look, this has escalated to a point where I'm not really, I can't keep going and defending this shit. We got to." But here we go. You know, you got your eye off the ball for a minute. It's still going on. They tend to concentrate on an area like apparently they're in Texas right now. Because that's the same. The incident with the nun was also in Texas. So they seem to target a state, go after it full bore, and you have these murders that take place. And all that shit's that has to come down on them after November. I mean, people have to be held accountable for these cold-blooded murders. Does anybody disagree that they're murders?
course
No, I do not.
Yeah.
They are straight up executions, is what they are.
Not even murders, executions. I agree, Will.
I mean,
And MAGA's big defense for this is, yeah, well, this one was actually illegal, and well, ICE has been good for so long. Things go awry in operations.
Sorry, months?
right. It's the same argument he uses for the Iran war. It's like, oh, we've only lost 13. It's like, dude, it's like,
Yeah,
how about
1,300.
yeah. So trying to justify it by minimizing the amount of carnage is not a very persuasive argument, especially to those people that lost their
One
family
life
members.
is enough.
But another thing that happened in the last 2 weeks, Trump announced he would like to introduce legislation that would forbid pregnant women from entering the United States in an effort to fight birthright citizenship. That's one front to that birthright
I want
citizenship.
to find out what are the numbers on that. I mean, what kind of numbers are there where that's actually happening? Because they're making like this is the biggest deal on the planet. And in the past, they've done that with other issues, and it's turned out to be a very, very, very red herring.
Yeah. The numbers you're talking about, the numbers that are coming to the country
I've
and
tried
having.
to find information about how many people are actually being accused of this.
Looks like Salgado Araujo was very close to becoming a citizen after decades.
Okay. Yeah. So they originally announced not only were they going after non-citizens, they were going after the worst of the worst. They were only going after the worst of the worst. Those that were causing problems. This man was obviously a hardworking man that
And
didn't deserve.
let's clarify here that just because you are not yet a citizen does not mean you're illegal.
Right.
Yeah, so basically, they killed a mom, soccer mom, a nurse. What was his name? Alex.
Pretty.
Alex. Well, what was her name?
Yeah.
Good.
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 Now, so I always
Good.
refer to it, the way I remember it is it was pretty good.
Renee Good, Alex Preddy, and now Salgado. So
Yeah.
So also the House.
Prettier than him, I think. Really. I don't know.
Yeah. The House GOP cancels a vote. Cancels votes after floor rebellion. Lawmakers to go home for 2 weeks. This was one of yours, Aaron. What, you want to expand on that a little bit?
I think you said it all, man. They
I
didn't.
love this.
Agenda moved forward. They went home.
Yeah.
Didn't win.
Now they got their tactic.
Typical Mike Johnson move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he doesn't like how people are voting, he sends everybody home.
That kind of kills the SAFE Act too, because it's going to be too late to change any of the election materials. I think once they come back.
Haven't we already crossed that deadline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're talking about.
SAFE Act.
As a matter of fact, at midnight, the housing bill goes into effect whether Trump signs it or not.
Right.
Even though he threatened that he would not sign it, but he did not threaten a veto.
Right. So that was just a bunch of bluster for nothing.
Oh shit, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a fuck up for sure.
All sound and no fury.
Still not a law though until he signs it.
Mm,
Is that true?
I don't think so.
That's what I'm just.
No, I think this is
on
going to
Capitol
go
Hill.
into effect whether Trump signs it or not.
Right. It has a
Because
start of
it's by
effectiveness date. And unless it gets vetoed by the date and time, then it just happens. It just is guaranteed to happen if he signs it. As far as I understand it.
That was my understanding.
I think that corroborates what I read about
Because it was approved by both Congress and the House.
Yeah.
Because we were watching that.
And it was a bipartisan.
And it's
effort.
bipartisan even.
That he could veto it, but he shows.
You're
no
right.
sign.
He has 10 days to take action, excluding Sundays.
Yeah.
Excluding Sundays are a gimme. Give me a break. President shouldn't get a day to fuck off. It's a 4-year job. You do it every day for 4 years. You do it to the best of your ability. Maybe you'll get another 4 years. But after 4 years, you're going to be ridiculously wealthy. You're going to always have Secret Service. So do the fucking job right. Christ.
Well, especially when you leverage the office for billions of dollars and Bitcoin and frivolous lawsuits, and intimidate your way into winning everything, and you accrued $2 billion in personal wealth from the office. He was actually on the radio. I heard something the other day, a blurb from him, where he was bragging that he doesn't take a salary. Well, the salary for the president is something like $400,000 or something.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
$2 billion is what he's.
In this realm.
And let's not forget the fact, guys. This man is trying to put his name and his face on every damn thing he can possibly find.
Yeah.
If I may,
He's already.
Let's take a second.
An airport in Florida named after him.
And there's I think a highway in Tennessee that they just talked about.
Well, I don't know if that's really considered a highway. It's a little tiny ship bridge over a creek.
Oh,
But
okay.
one thing that we really should address here is, yeah, Trump's a lunatic. He's a maniac. He's the worst president this country has ever fucking had. But at the end of the day, Trump is not the problem. I talked to a buddy of mine out in UK the other day, and he says, you know, the world actually now is in a position where they particularly hate your country, when before it was they might hate your president. But everybody in the world says, how could you do this to all of us twice?
Right.
Hmm.
You're right. You're right. You see
They're
it in
looking at our
World Cup.
country now as having such a systemically deep problem that there's no digging out of it.
You see that in the World Cup when the Belgium team beats us in the World Cup, and they do a touchdown dance. They do the jerk off dance.
That was the
Basically,
YMCA dance, yeah.
yeah.
Actually, they were doing the Trump victory
Right.
dance.
That was
I'm
another
not
Daily
thinking
Show
that
thing. They were
See,
doing,
I called that the Trump fantasy.
they
Yeah.
were
Jerking off.
doing the dance like this, and Ronnie Chang says, "No, you're doing it wrong. The dicks go up here."
Yeah. Right.
Now do it to YMCA and let's just finish this ruse off. Release Melania so she can be prosecuted for whatever. Get rid of her. Pick yourself up a young boy. You know your dick doesn't work. But just have one that you can rub his legs and shit.
Well, you know the Village People's going to do the
That's how
Super Bowl
Trump's
halftime at
works.
some point. So. All right, so we know about the July 4th. You know, we could talk about another complete disaster. Was the July 4th picnic? You know, that
250.
The
The Great American Fair.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Great American Fair,
Great American State Fair.
right? Where all of we talked about it last time that all the acts were dropping out, but they've had the event now, and Trump spoke at 3 different events, including at Mount Rushmore, where he kind of turned it into a standard MAGA rally. I assume some of the people that were there enjoyed it, but there were torrential downpours that interrupted the 4th of July festivities. It drove it up to around. They had to start his speech around 10 o'clock at night, I think. It went to like 11:30. Then the fireworks were ungodly late, and there didn't seem to be any like rhyme or reason to the fireworks. It was just like
And
a
it poisoned the city.
Right. The air quality the next day was like
Mhm.
historically bad in the city.
Mhm.
So the whole thing, I thought it was apropos that it was so late because it reminded me of like a book burning or like a Nazi book burning or something like that they used to hold like some sort of cult
Don't
event.
forget, North Carolina's booth had the Confederate flag. And
Right.
was it Mount Olive Pickles
Mount Olive, yeah.
Yeah,
back
Mount
on
Olive
their
Pickles.
sponsorship?
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
they pulled their punch. They pulled.
Like one of the biggest companies in that state went, nope, we're out.
hmm
Hmm.
Well, I think there were like 5,000 or to 8,000 people there early in the day, and then after the storms, they wound up with like, there had been
Nobody.
8,000, right? Or it's like 1,500. Was it only like 1,500? I don't know.
It wasn't many.
Anyway, I caught like 5 minutes of it on
Yep.
CNN. But
And what Trump
I don't know.
reported.
How many people stay at a ball game after a rain delay?
right. But but even
Depends
Trump,
on how big the beer garden is.
yeah, right. But Trump turned this epic
Or
failure.
how well the team's doing.
Yeah.
Mm.
He turned this epic failure into another personal gain by corrupting the entire financial, program that Obama had set up for America 2000 or America 26. What was it?
2050.
It was America 250.
America
Yeah.
250, and then so Trump stood up this separate account. It was called Freedom 250, and actually had the routing numbers on all the contributions redirected to Freedom 250. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's got to be.
And that's a
Well, there-
fraud he will
Yep.
never be charged for. Ever.
You're
Maybe.
You're
We'll
probably
see.
right. You're probably right.
He did it in the execution of the president. So he
Oh,
will
okay.
never see a single charge for it.
That's exactly what he's indemnified for. You're right.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, you got to turn a mirror on yourself if you're supporting this shit. It's like, okay, yeah, he's able to do that, but is it ethical to do that? Is it?
Right, right.
I mean,
Exactly.
is this in the spirit of our forefathers? You know, would Abe Lincoln do that or whatever? Or even fucking Jimmy Carter?
Hot Rod Lincoln.
Yeah.
Doesn't the White House already have a helipad? Why would they need
Well,
another
I'm
one?
He's got
because
a roof.
there's not enough
Oh, okay.
there's not enough concrete on the lawn now, so they're going to
Oh,
put a
okay.
helipad on. So
Yeah, the
Actually, it's
appearance of
granite.
the appearance of the whole White House is so humiliating.
right.
Yeah.
It looks like I used to love that.
Yeah,
shit.
because he's trying to turn it into Mar-a-Lago.
That's right. Doesn't the
I
patio?
mean, he's already trying to turn the pillars into a Corinthian style from the original style, and now he's got tarts up that are imitating the Corinthian columns.
Mhm.
Fist fights on the front lawn.
Right. I used to love that show Sanford and Son, but now we've got Trump and Son. I guess I don't know. Trump and My Three Sons. I don't know, something like that.
My
Um,
three
Trump,
Trumps.
Trump and regime.
yeah.
Quincy
But-
Jones, man, that song's dope.
But okay, let me ask you guys this: all this shit that he's building. Let's say he gets to the point where he's able to build his Arc de Trump, or whatever.
Arc to Trump.
What he's done to the
Archie
road,
Trump.
the east, the east wing. Let's say,
I'm calling it.
is it going to be worth the time and money it's going to take to redo all the shit that he's
To
fucking
take
up?
it down. Bless you.
Absolutely not.
It was
Thank you.
fine the way it was.
But I mean,
Perfect.
I know
Exactly.
a better way to frame it is: should we do that? Should we take taxpayer money
No.
in order to fix all that shit?
Well,
I kind of
whose
lean.
money is it going to be otherwise?
Well, unfortunately, it's going to happen whether we wanted to or not. And you talked about the damage that was done to the East Wing, the Rose Garden. Now the fact that this bastard's done put in a granite helicopter pad. He's trying to resculpture the goddamn columns and everything. Whether we wanted to or like it or not, it's still going to take taxpayer money to repair all that because our government's not going to come out of pocket.
Yeah, but I don't think we can live with
It's
these.
not going to happen.
We can't live with those symbols, right? We can, like, after he's gone, we can't live with the empirical edifices that he's put up, the testaments to his own grandiosity or whatever. And be a democracy. We got to take those symbols away.
You know, like dementia.
Like, well, I mean, he's already done so much fucking damage to the grounds of the White House. He's already dug the trenches to put his underground shit in. It's already there. Right now, no, don't fix anything. Right now, freeze him from doing any more damage to the White House. And the Supreme Court can do that. I thought they already did, but
He's going to
apparently
take his phone
No.
away. He's going to call his construction buddies, and they're just going to come do the shit.
but we could conceivably take that groundwork and improve our presidential security with the next administration.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
where
but
I
keep in
kind
mind
of,
also,
you know,
guys, that Trump's already gotten approval to build his Arc de Trump.
He doesn't have.
Yeah, but that will fall apart in a couple of years. Just let it go, is what I say.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's interesting because I just it'd be difficult for the next 50 years to walk past this fucking ballroom and know there's a Fuhrer bunker underneath it and see like Nazi eagles and gargoyles and shit, things that have nothing to do with the the classic appearance of our of our democracy that we built
Well,
up.
my thought was more along the lines of where he's dug it out. Do all the important stuff down there and move the Oval Office over that bunker. Make it more secure, make it a quicker escape path. I think if we're going to repair the damage anyway, let's maximize its use. So whatever is down in that bunker is important enough that easy presidential access should be required. Do it right from the Oval Office.
Okay. All right.
Uh, they've canceled millions or billions of dollars for a teenage pregnancy. Go back
Millions. Yeah.
up. Okay. Yeah. Uh,
I'm sorry.
there we are.
Yeah.
Trump admin cancels millions in teen pregnancy prevention grants because, based on everything they've said, they want the teenagers to have babies.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Let's
of course,
be-
because the fact that a
roll
lot
them
of
up,
families now, they're looking at the economy, they're looking at the shit that's going on in the United States and the world, and they're deciding, fuck this. I'm not bringing a child into this fucking chaos.
Not to mention, you can't afford it.
Nope.
Is this I never did get the.
Just another despicable fuckhead move.
Is this money they're taking from Planned Parenthood or something? Or
Uh,
Yeah.
just Planned Parenthood
diverting
or
funds.
other.
I don't know.
I think
I'm
there are
asking
others
you.
too, not just Planned Parenthood. But
They're cutting funding essentially to
right.
all those programs.
Yep.
And
Every
I
damn
will.
one.
I want to. Yeah. And I want to insert here that one of the reasons why the world is kind of hating on us about this is we're not showing up to help anymore.
I like
We're not
the-
even
I like-
showing up to help in America, let alone foreign countries.
Are you dressing up as Caroline Levitt? I like your cross, Rob.
Why, thank you, sir.
So you're the spokesman for the network. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the truth. I'm also a licensed minister.
Really?
Yes, sir.
That's good to know. We might need one of those. But yeah, it's especially because we're talking about a lot of these things
Marry
like the Planned Parenthood and their view on marriage and and the role of women in society are based in like
1940.
white, white Christian nationalism.
1740.
It's a
Right.
mixture of church and state. It's moralizing the law. So, you might have problems with it in a number of ways, I guess.
Golf tee.
Okay, so Trump did suffer a loss in court that was significant. He tried to appeal E. Jean Carroll's defamation case and deprive her of the $5.8 million that was in.
I shouldn't have to pay that whore, Judge.
Yeah.
Frame smack him down.
He's like, she's not my type. I'm like, that's really not, that's not the
She's
really
not my type, but she was willing to do it, so I raped her.
Yeah.
He said.
Dude,
she's
he
not my
said
type.
that's my wife, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, he thought it was Marla Maples at one point in a video.
He is just the dipshittest of dipshits. People go, well, America, you voted him in for a second time, and the problem was all the MAGA dirtbags fucking showed up in force, and so many people thought he had no chance anyway. They just didn't go vote.
Right.
He didn't win because he's the better politician. He won because he brainwashed a sack of dipshits in a fucking box. And they all went out and did their little paper. I'm in. President Trump, we're going to make America great again. And now these cunts are posting these videos all over YouTube about how sorry they are. This isn't what we
How
voted
could they have
for.
known?
Oh, and
Who was
keep
that?
in mind, guys, they also wanted to quote unquote own the libtards. Yeah, well, guess what, asshole? Who's being owned now?
Yeah.
Right.
We are.
You're losing.
We're
your fucking
all
food
being
stamps.
owned
You're losing
together.
your fucking medical coverage,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He's not in office.
and it goes back to what I originally said.
Mm.
The voter regret. Miss me with that shit.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
You don't get to play that card.
Mm-mm.
Well, there's some that are smart enough to know they've been fucked up the ass, and others that just keep getting fucked up the ass and like it. It seems like because there's still 30 to 35% of the country that
Now
are
they're
down.
taking it. Now they're taking it the gas pump.
Yeah.
But let's not forget
Taking it at the
though.
gas pump. They're taking it into grocery stores. They're taking it with their fucking medical insurance. They're taking it with hospital visits.
Yep.
They're taking it up the
But
ass left and
they're
right,
taking it
and with
every
more
week
than
at
one
at the
hit.
gas pump, though.
Mathematically
They're taking it
speaking,
both in the ass and the mouth.
in the vast population of our country, there is of course going to be the stupidest of the stupid. The ones who
Yeah.
insist the fucking earth is flat. The ones who insist that that the fucking sun is covered up by the moon, and like, just there is always going to be stupid people. And as long
I
as
had
there are
jury duty
people,
selection this week, and I was in a room with a lot of stupid people at one time. I'm not used
and
to
as
it.
long as he is as stupid as them,
Fair.
they're going to feel safe. They're going to go with him. So we kind of have to take that box of rocks and just push it aside, because let's be honest, a lot of those dipshits don't show up to vote.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Just remember, guys, you can't fix stupid, but you can muffle it with duct tape.
I like that one.
Another use for
That's
duct tape.
Yeah. Red Green would be proud, Will. That was really good.
yeah,
But Trump lost another even bigger case, and by Supreme Court with the birthright citizenship. They held that up. That was even more, probably more significant. You wonder sometimes, why are they throwing him a bone on this Eugene Carroll thing? That maybe it's just for the looks. Like, look, we don't vote against him on everything.
This is explicitly in the Constitution, though. There's not really a gray area for
no
them.
flexibility. Although,
right.
didn't Kavanaugh try like hell to say, I'm voting against it. However, if you would make this provision and resubmit, I might vote another way. If you made it had something to do with the states.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever.
So it's alarming that it was as close as it was. It was like
Yeah.
6 to what was
Him
it?
and his
Well, we already know what Kavanaugh's about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should not have been as close as it was.
And here's right, just to get off subject for a minute or for a second, but here's something that I found ironic. How is it that the three most logical, for lack of a better term, Supreme Court justices not only are Democrats, but they're female?
Yeah. Well,
I'm not going to speak.
How the hell?
I think the last 3 Democrats probably were female, right?
They are.
Ask your daughter why.
Sotomayor, her,
Jackson.
Tanya Brown.
Jackson and
yeah.
and the one Trump just Coney Barrett.
Right.
Well, okay. Let me throw in here. How do you guys feel about amending the number of Supreme Court justices?
I'm indifferent to it.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, me neither. I'd kind of like them
I'm
to do
fine
it
with
just
it.
so we can win,
Well,
but
I
I'm not going to die on that hill.
could see if you're in a minority.
Yeah, but you already know
At some point-
already know how fast Republicans are going to try to weaponize that in their favor.
If they could, if they could do this,
So,
while they're in
you know-
Donald did on the Supreme Court with Merrick Garland. He stalled until there was another president.
Yeah. Well, that was another fuck up that I forgot about, Aaron. I think it was the Washington Post or something released that Justice Alito was going to retire. And they had to rescind the news item. And really, he's
There
not.
was an NPR reporter, and she just kind of heard the rumor from somebody and didn't follow it up.
Yeah.
There's a shocker.
But it may have.
Most unprofessional thing she's ever done in her life, and she's got about a 5-minute apology audio.
Yeah. Well. Anyway, I mean, maybe he is going to retire though, but maybe they want to get a younger justice in there that will be able to
Yeah, but
pass
he
bad
didn't-
laws.
He didn't say he was. She said, "What's going on?" and somebody said, "Oh, it's retirements," and for some reason her head went straight to assuming it was Alito retiring, and she filed a story.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's better to be right than first, I guess.
Yeah.
So, man, we're about halfway through,
Well,
and
it
we only
goes
got
along
15 minutes.
the line. It goes along the lines, guys, of what Abraham Lincoln once said. It is better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt.
We might be able to supersize the episode since we have Rob with us. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Supersize it.
Yeah, baby.
Is that Ben
Any-
Franklin?
What's that?
Was that Ben
Yeah,
Franklin?
Ben
Bill?
Franklin. My apology.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
it was Ben Franklin. My apology.
Who
Come up
did you
with
say?
quotes.
I heard the quote, but not the attribution.
Lincoln.
So I was asking.
Abraham Lincoln.
I think you said Lincoln first.
I think it was Franklin. I know it because of Bewitched when they brought Ben Franklin to modern times.
Woohoo! That American education we tout so strongly. Okay,
Yeah,
Mitch
but you know
McConnell.
what? I like what Thomas Paine once said. Thomas Paine once said, and this pertains to MAGA in general. To argue with one who has renounced the use of reason is like administering medicine to the dead.
Yeah.
Man, you're coming up with some great quotes tonight, Will. You're on a roll.
Yeah, baby.
Classics.
Start calling you Nietzsche and shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Mitch McConnell.
Weekend at McConnell's, Aaron said.
I would actually like to really quick interject that Mitch McConnell was as horrible for this country's democracy as Donald Trump, just over a longer span of time.
Exactly.
Mitch McConnell, the politician, is a horrible person. We need to get him the fuck on down the road. As a human being, the last video that I saw of McConnell, I saw a confused old man with dementia, frozen in fear, with no idea where he was. I have cared for family who have been down that same road.
Yep.
It's a horrible thing, and on a human level, knowing that he's laying on life support because his wife is unfindable in China, and the decision to pull the plug is now being laid at the feet of his children.
Yeah.
I thought she
Whole
came back.
situation.
He's returned to the U.S.,
Yeah.
Rob.
Oh, she's back?
I didn't know.
Actually, he's back in the U.S.
Okay.
Back
Because
in-
putting that decision at the feet of the kids from experience, it's fucking awful, and you never get over it, ever. So on a human level, I do not like what's happening to Mitch. I will never make comedy out of it
No,
because he's
no.
a person.
I totally appreciate that. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
that
thought,
wasn't.
I think
what-
he's an evil turtle myself.
Totally. Total turtle man all the time. That's what I call him.
but I do feel like some of the coverage has become somewhat uncivilized. It's like
It has.
the amount of talk show hosts that are taking shots, and
But
Here's
there's
the thing. Here's the thing that's been coming up.
it hasn't
in
been such a
question,
fuck
and I have
this
to
guy
question
since
it
Kissinger,
myself.
though.
Here's the thing that I have to question, as well as a lot of
Fucking
Americans
Kissinger.
have been questioning. If this man is so damn brain dead, how in the fuck are Republicans talking to him for 20 minutes at a time?
I talked to him for 20 minutes the other day.
It's just more.
I can actually answer that. What they do is they all come together in a room, right? They all burn their MAGA hats, right, as a sacrifice to the Dark Lord. A portal opens to hell, and they get to go through for 20 minutes and talk to Mitch
Yeah.
after they
each
kill the
need
chicken.
They need one live chicken apiece, right?
Yes, after they kill the chicken.
and it's got to be 20 minutes. It's timed, and then you're gone. You're out
20
of
Or
minutes
you're
on
stuck
road
there,
history.
there. Yeah. All right. So, all right.
Please insert one time for 20 minutes more.
Mhm. No, please insert one chicken for 20 minutes more.
Right. But if everybody that spent 20 minutes with him that one day last week, it would have been like a 50-hour day, because it's
Yeah.
like it was definitely a script. It was
Yeah,
a
there
script.
was.
That these
Stupid.
people get together every morning and they coordinate. They have a morning briefing and they get all on the same page and come up with the same bullshit.
We talked about the state of things in the Middle East and the history of the vice presidency for 20 minutes.
Yeah, right. Right. Exactly 20
And the
minutes.
next guy, I talked to him for about 17 and a half minutes.
Yeah. I mean, he'd be exhausted after
I mean,
5
20.
minutes, wouldn't
I only had a really old
Yeah,
chicken,
people hold
so
him
I
up
only
and
got
move his
14
mouth like
minutes.
this.
All good.
Yeah,
Fuck
just
that
like
guy.
Weekend at Bernie's. Love that movie.
he? Well, we can all do a touchdown dance because Doge is finally dissolved. It's done. It's run
Yeah.
its course.
Officially.
Right.
Yeah.
Another great fraud that will never get undone.
Yep. Our first trillionaire in the world. His demonic apparatus has finally gone down in flames, so that's good. But
So he's no longer a trillionaire.
I mean, the damage it's done can never be undone, right? I mean, I'm sure the security.
It'll take a long time to fix a lot of the agencies that he got.
Yeah. Meanwhile, big balls
Yeah.
will disperse. You know, they'll all disperse. You know, maybe they'll write books later and shit, but they'll be not prosecuted. There won't be any blowback on them. But
No
Anyway.
blowback on big balls.
right, no blowback on the big balls.
What I really am afraid of happening is a new Democratic president coming in, and then a depression still happening from what Trump did.
Yeah.
Yep.
The depression's coming.
Well, it doesn't matter if it at this point, Rob. It doesn't matter whether it's Republican or Democrat. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't believe
It's
that's
inevitable.
I don't believe that's a done deal yet. I believe that November isn't coming fast enough, but things are going to start stabilizing.
Yeah, but we're,
Yep,
we're
and
not
if you
feeling the
notice,
effects
guys,
of this
if a lot of-
Hormuz cut pinch since it's going to just
Yeah, but if you
multiply and
notice,
multiply
guys-
for years, I think.
In these primaries that's been taking place, a lot more progressives have actually been winning main offices.
Right.
Primaries,
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah.
Right.
Something that should have happened a long damn time ago, if you ask me,
Mhm.
because there's two things that need to be abolished, in my opinion. The first one is the goddamn electoral college. 'Cause
Amen.
that's how Trump got office in the first damn place. And the
Amen.
second thing that needs to be abolished
W2.
is the two-party system. It doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I'm agreeing. I left the Dems when basically when Hillary
Well,
would
again,
beat
what did
Bernie.
it for me?
I know a lot of smart people.
Exactly.
A lot of smart people that lead with "I don't belong to either party," and then they start from there. You know, it's like, okay.
Yeah, because of the screw job that Bernie Sanders got, that was the reason why I left the Democratic Party. Because
Me too.
back before then, I'm not going to lie, I was straight up hardcore rank and file Democrat.
Yeah.
And if you listen to Bernie Sanders, a lot of the shit that he says makes sense.
Well,
It really does.
All of it.
But because neither Democrats nor Republicans want socialism,
well,
the Democratic Party screwed him over, and it started with Wasserman.
well. Think about this. I mean,
Schultz.
how can you be proud of a party that's lost 2 elections to this asshole? You know, it's like,
But
they're
you know what? So
complicit
is
in
every
that.
other party.
That's
Well,
true.
you know
but
what?
I mean,
It goes back to what Jeff Daniels' character in the newsroom said in the pilot when he addressed the Democratic representative. How in the hell can you say that the Democratic Party is so great when all you do is lose all the goddamn time?
Yeah.
If you lose all the fucking time, how can you be so great?
well,
There's some winning coming in November.
yeah.
It's
For
already
sure.
July.
It's already started. There's a blue tsunami already started.
Well, we're about
You know,
halfway. We're kind of in no
November,
man's land here.
November,
Yeah. We're coming up on the hour mark.
Coming up on the hour. We haven't done the fuck ups, and there's a lot of shit in the fuck ups that we didn't cover. So there's just a lot on the table. How do we want to handle this?
Do we want to close and start
I
a
say
part
go.
2?
What say you,
That's
Rob?
way
Well, first off, we're live right now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because it just says at the bottom, political cadence every other Sunday night, but it's
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Oh, I didn't change. Okay, hold on a second.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, folks. We got to fix that.
Fuck it. Roll. I mean, unless you want to maybe cut it, you want to
We'll do it
record
live.
the rest of
That's
it. But
what.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
just
what
let it
we're
roll.
thinking.
All right.
I think that works.
Let's see.
They'll
Okay.
find us if they look for us.
Let's see. Well, you know what? I changed it on the.
On the yeah, but not on the header.
I didn't save.
Ah,
Aha! I
there
didn't
you
save.
are.
There you go.
Ta-da!
Yeah. All right. So I don't know if we're going to go another hour here, but we do have some stuff. There's enough stuff here.
A lot of meat on the bone.
Yeah.
I must grab myself a beverage. So carry on. I'll be right back.
We'll
I
call
must eliminate a beverage.
this. Okay. All right.
I'm just gonna sit here. Are you drinking beer, Will?
Huh?
Is that a beer?
Yep.
Oh,
Budweiser.
All right. So we'll just go through a couple items here while Rob and Aaron stepped away. The jobs report is lower than expectations for June. Unemployment at 4.2%. I've heard higher before, but I don't think that's anything to be proud of right now if you're the president of the United States. Another victory for the Supreme Court is it upheld mail-in ballot extensions for ballots postmarked by Election Day. Trump wanted to crush that. He didn't want those votes to be allowed. I think that it was Putin that told him that the very first thing he has to do is eliminate mail-in ballots altogether, except for the disabled or military personnel. However, Trump himself uses mail-in ballot. He's a Florida resident. He uses mail-in balloting. He makes exception for himself all the time, not the least of which of birthright citizenship. He wasn't, his parents, I think, were from Germany or something. I don't know.
yeah.
Anyway,
Here's
Yeah,
something I wanted to
remember what
bring
the
up,
country
guys.
is. Uh-huh.
Well, here's something I wanted to bring up was during the G7 conference, Trump made a comment about communism existing since July 4th, 1776.
yes.
Well, here's the problem with that is the fact that Karl Marx wasn't born until the early 1800s, and his manifesto didn't come out until toward the end of the 1800s.
Right. He has a timeline problem.
Memes?
Huh?
What are we doing? Disproving memes?
Well,
No,
we were talking about, we were talking about the Supreme Court upholding the mail-in ballot extension if it was postmarked by Election Day. So it started with that, but it kind of squirreled a little bit. But but Will's right in that his timeline issue there. They're trying to push this narrative. Everything is communism all of a sudden, right? You didn't hear anything about communism for several years. I need to stop doing this because
Yeah.
that's what the president does.
Happy birthday.
But
Sit on your hands.
yeah, but all of a sudden over the last couple of weeks, you've noticed that, right? That communism is all of a sudden it's cool again with the Republicans. They're trying to pin that on everybody. That means that their anxiety levels going up.
because basically what's happening is Trump is following McCarthy's playbook now.
Yeah, it's because they're getting
Because
desperate.
back in the 50s, because back in the 50s, everybody, according to McCarthy, was a goddamn communist.
Right. And they're trying to paint Mamdani as a communist, and anyone who's
And it's like, no, he's not. He's a socialist.
And And that's the thing, guys. I said how people were confusing socialism with communism. There's your proof.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a socialist at heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
FDR was a goddamn socialist.
Right.
Nobody said anything about the New Deal until recently.
Mm-hmm.
It was the New Deal that brought the United States out of the Great Depression.
Eugene
Right.
V. Debs,
Hmm.
socialist.
Mm-hmm.
He never won though.
Eugene V. Who did he run
Nope.
against, Aaron?
No, he ran as a socialist candidate many times.
Eugene. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Like Bernie did.
Yeah, like Bernie did.
Hmm.
But I think he started younger.
But I think that whole, because you haven't heard that. You've heard a democratic socialist. You've heard socialism and progressives. Now all of a sudden they're dusting off this word because they're getting desperate because it's getting close to November. They know it's stigmatized.
They've been using it on is it Mumdani? Mumdani?
Mondani.
Mamdani, yeah.
Mondani.
Donnie.
Yeah.
Mondani.
Hit the one and say the wrong one every time.
Yep. If you want a
New York
true
mayor.
if you want a true example of a communist, look no further than Putin. Because I said this a long damn time ago, is the fact that Putin was former KGB, and his entire agenda since he became president was to reunify the Soviet Union.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the items on
And
that list,
unfortunately,
go ahead.
well, unfortunately for him, the Ukrainian people kind of like their perestroika just the way it is. Thank you very much.
They do.
And their glasnost.
Epcot Center.
What?
What were you going to say, Aaron?
Now I've forgotten. I'm looking at Otto.
Otto's informing you of something. He's telling you to kill somebody?
I was telling me to kill somebody. It was
See,
It had to
that's
do-
what that indica
let's not-
does.
Putin.
Yeah.
Should have
not
gone
forget
with
about
the
the other
Sativa.
thing
It's
that
on the
was
list.
reported
You'll
on
get
the
to
news
it.
tonight.
Sativa.
And let's not forget
That's
the other thing that was reported on the news tonight.
I did both.
And that is the new ruler of Iran has promised that he is going to assassinate Trump for killing his father.
Cool.
Yeah.
I
That's
am
why
not
Trump had
now
that,
nor ever
All
going
praise
to
to
say that.
Allah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, well, that's
Truth.
Japan.
Praise be to Allah, DJT. What
Yeah.
a fuck. What a
Praise
fucking
be to
fuck.
And
Allah
the
is
thing is,
Japan.
Trump's already stated that he's going to basically obliterate Iran if they even try it, and that he's got orders in place if he is assassinated. That right there tells me that Trump is actually considering nuclear war.
Well,
Mhm.
one thing we know about Iran
Nobody's
is
gonna
they
do
are
that
not
if he's got
they're
assassinated.
not going to be intimidated by what you would think would be a conventional threat. They don't
Right.
give a flying fuck.
Mhm.
Iran does not give a flying fuck. They'll die. They could,
Because-
the religion.
Yeah, because they feel at this point they've got nothing left to lose.
So all this bluster and stuff like that. Yes, he could drop a nuclear bomb. Yes, it could be obliterated. But
I know what it
that
was.
is not the worst thing in their mind. That is not something that they can leverage against Iran and get anywhere, because it's just total. It's like punching in a wet paper bag. It's like Trump is punching in a wet paper bag by going to that narrative all the time. They don't give a fuck about this
They
mortal
don't.
flame.
And the thing is too, keep in mind that supposedly now, a Trump official was told by Iran officials that they screwed up by opening fire on that ship in the Strait of Hormuz. If you believe that bullshit, I've got some oceanfront property in Ohio. I would love to sell you dirt cheap.
How much?
The Ohio Ocean.
Oh, I see what you did there. Ah.
He found a gullible person. All right, so
I remembered what it was. I'm going to reference an item we haven't yet talked about, but
Okay.
OpenAI proposed giving the Trump administration a 5% stake to grease the rails in Washington. And That's kind of the first rule of thumb in communism is control the means of production, right?
Yep.
Right.
Now back to where.
Yep.
No, that's.
Thank you, Aaron.
But it doesn't surprise anyone that he would adopt something that he condemns and say one thing to another. You know.
Always.
Give me
That's
money.
because
I
at one
need
moment he's
money.
talking through his mouth, and the other time, and the rest of the time he's talking through his shitty ass.
Yeah.
Am I still alone? I know we brought this up once before that right around November, Trump is just going to bounce.
Oh, well,
I don't think
He'll either
I
bounce
don't
or he
think he's
won't
going to
leave.
bounce.
I
think he's
want
going
to
to
be
check
on your
out.
side.
See, I think he's going to. I
Definitely
think he's
want
going to
be
pull a
on your
Nixon.
side. Yeah.
I'm going to see if there's a bear. There's a lot of dogs
He would
barking.
just want to.
okay.
He would just want to because, again, this is where I give Nixon credit, guys. Seriously. And that is during Watergate, Nixon had enough fucking squash left to know when to walk the fuck away.
Yeah.
Trump doesn't have the squash.
Well, he could not
He doesn't
stand.
have the squash. He doesn't have the balls. He doesn't have the sense.
Well,
He doubles down on every damn thing he says because, according to him, it's true.
but the thing about Nixon was, like, it was that he had the sense to walk away. He said, "Ha, you can't arrest a sitting president." They said, "Okay, come on, Agnew, you're under arrest." Bam. The walls are closing in on him. He knew if he didn't get the fucking pardon in his hand, he was dead in the water, which is why he quit in the air. No, Nixon ran because the fire was on his skin.
Yeah, but not only that, take a look at Haldeman, Ehrlichman, Mitchell, and Dean, and how they were raked over the coals in front of Congress, and they folded like a fucking accordion.
Everybody in MAGA will fold like a fucking accordion right now, man. It's amazing watching the Republicans just kill themselves from within.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
those are all great points, and I like the historical perspective. But U.S. Appeals Court prevents firing of 19 intelligence officers assigned to DEI programs. So he's losing on the Supreme Court, continues to lose in these lower courts. There was another judge quashed his Justice Department subpoena for information about the 2020 election workers in Georgia. So
Yep, Fulton County.
we have a frequent guest named Will Cooper. He's got his own podcast now. It's really good. His co-host is a Pulitzer Prize winning writer. His name's Edward. But we need to have Will back sometime. But if you want an understanding some of the judicial ramifications of some of this stuff, this is a good podcast to listen to. It's called How Democracy Works and Why It Doesn't.
There's also a book.
Yeah, stress test.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you sent me that book, Lisa, and it was damn good.
Yeah. So we
I
should
read it cover to cover.
The problem we have with
Yeah.
Will is scheduling, because he always wants to do it like afternoon or something like that. He doesn't want to get it. He can't. He's not available for our time slots, but we do need to have him back. But anyway, his assertion is that Trump continues to lose copious amounts in court. I wouldn't say he's unconcerned, because he realizes the motivations behind Trump. In fact, their latest episode is talking about fascism versus totalitarianism and kind of breaking it down, because he feels like it's going to peter out, and I think it will also. But
Yeah, well, Rob.
Yeah, but it's going to have ramifications afterwards too.
yeah,
So
Well, it's going to have ramifications, if not now, later on down the line in history.
yeah. Well, we're getting to the last item I have on my list, and whether you guys have any more at all, I think it's this not pop culture, but the culture wars that has bled over into sports. Trump used his political pull with FIFA president Giovanni, I'm not sure his last name, the guy who presented him the first FIFA
With
Peace
that trophy.
Prize.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
FIFA pocket.
Yeah. So totally in Trump's pocket.
What a joke.
There was a red card that was submitted to an American, the star of the American soccer team in the World Cup. He called up Giovanni. He said, "Look, I don't think that was such a good call. Maybe you should roll that call back. What do you think?"
He didn't know what a red card was.
Yeah. It
For
didn't
the
look like a
audience,
foul.
when a soccer player gets a red card, they're out for that game plus the next game.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Right.
Yep.
And he didn't
Yep.
he didn't like that, and he was able
So
to
Trump
get
had
that player.
reinstated for that next game,
Right.
and
And
then
US
Yeah,
law.
and look what happened.
Belgium
I mean, it's
won
like
and they
every sporting
celebrated
event.
with a jerk-off dance.
the team walked home with
Yeah,
their
but the
asses
thing
like
is,
this. They had them handed
With
to them.
every sporting event that Trump has tried to influence, every damn team
Lost.
has lost.
Mhm.
The
Right.
Washington Commanders comes to mind.
It seems not
They
coincidental.
lost and he got booed. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
But and he showed up to the
Knicks.
Nets game, the Knicks game. It's the only game they lost in the tournament. But
Yep.
what do you think that Trump would do with this? Like, if he could call up the NFL and say, "Look, man, that was not pass interference that cost the Chiefs from winning the last Super Bowl." I think maybe call it right when they're on the field instead of New York. It's Washington calling. And they overturned it. So how do you think he would exploit that? Of course,
it's like a Roman emperor giving the thumb up or down.
right. Well, he'd be betting on
Into
it.
the lands. Yeah.
I mean, it,
Yeah.
it, it seeps into every aspect of our society when you have this scale of corruption at the top. I mean, him and his family.
Yep. And not only that, but keep in mind, not only did every team that he went to see lost, the majority of the candidates that he's endorsed have also lost.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
So there is apparently a Trump curse, just like there is a Madden curse.
Yeah. Fear of
If you are on the cover of Madden football, you're going to get injured.
Yeah.
If you are endorsed by Trump, you're going to
Is there
lose.
still a Sports Illustrated cover, Jinx?
They talk about it. But
I don't know.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Obviously.
so I don't want to take. Oh,
Do they still have print
Does anyone else
issues of Sports
that-
Illustrated?
do what?
Do they still make print issues of Sports Illustrated for that
Not
matter?
a clue.
I don't want to take advantage of
Nope,
this
it's all online.
I don't want to take advantage of this overtime and wear out our welcome. So let me just, I'll read off the final. I do have more on my list that I just noticed. I'll go ahead and run Sean Duffy's libtard comment when his daughter has Down syndrome, when he was talking about the performers who pulled out of the national picnic. God bless this fucking shit popping up on my screen. Well, we talked about you know what? That is the fuck ups. Let's get into the fuck ups.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and close it out.
Did we talk about Leon Black walking out of the Epstein hearing?
No.
Did they subpoena him back?
I do have that as a fuck
I
up.
think-
though.
Okay. Well, I'll let you get on with the fuck ups if everything's going to be covered there.
Okay.
Come
All right. So 1, 2, 3. We got 5, so there should be no ties. So, Lisa, do you want to read off the fuck ups?
Sure. Sean Duffy's libtard comment when his daughter has Down syndrome versus Trump twice using the term the Islamic Republic of Japan.
That's my favorite so far, man.
Versus Trump term what?
Yeah, he doubled down on that shit.
Versus Trump twice.
The Islamic Republic of Japan.
Oh,
Yeah.
He said that. And it's like nobody knows what the hell,
Which country he was, yeah.
got a little bit of idea what he's talking about, but not really.
He's so fucking stupid.
He's so far gone, it's not funny.
Holy shit. It's hilarious. He's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, that's what I say. You don't need
That's
Comedy
funny,
Central anymore. All you got to
Dangerous
do
and
is
sad.
watch this fucking idiot in action, and the material writes itself.
Yeah.
You don't need House of Cards either. That's for sure.
Nope.
I'm gonna
Okay, so are we
Right?
voting?
You don't need
Yeah.
House of Cards. You don't need Wag the Dog. You don't need All the President's Men.
You don't need primary colors.
You don't need any of them.
Carter Country.
Mhm.
That's a good one.
Handle it.
Benson.
Handle it.
Benson, yeah. All right, so I'm going to go with the libtard comment because I think that's pretty pathetic. If your daughter is actually has a problem and you can't curb your sense of humor
Yeah.
well enough,
MAGAism.
yeah. So I'm going to go with Duffy.
Okay, so, Will?
I got to go with Duffy.
Okay.
I mean, come on. I mean, this is supposed to be a person that's a part of you, and she looks up to you
Right? How tone deaf?
as,
How about
as a role model,
Yeah. What was,
you know,
what was Duffy
and
going
you
against?
turn around and make a fucking comment like that. Are you kidding?
He made a libtard
No, I know what he
comment.
did. What's the other option?
Oh, the Islamic Republic of
Okay.
Japan.
That makes Rob laugh every time, so I'm thinking he might vote for that one. But we'll see.
Oh, that's totally my vote.
I'll vote for it just to make Rob laugh.
That means you,
Oh,
Lee, the tiebreaker.
I gotta go with the Islamic Republic of Japan.
All right.
He's so fucking stupid.
I mean, Trump is going to be in the history books. The guy who said libtard in front of his daughter is not.
For real.
All right. So Islamic Republic of Japan moves on,
Back up. Okay.
and that'll be
Confederate flag at the North Carolina booth at the state fair versus Cash Patel getting grounded this weekend just before leaving for his girlfriend's concert on a
Who's
government.
grounded? What happened there? I missed
Well,
that.
okay. I thought I might have got it. Got you.
White
Yeah.
House called him back, said now, not
Yeah.
tomorrow, today, right now.
That's right, Rob.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said the plane all fired up. He was going to go to some concert that his girlfriend was doing in a parking lot in Texas or something. And he was getting on the tarmac, and he got a call that said, "Get your ass into the White House. You're not going."
But he was justifying it as, I'm going to go do a Chicago site inspection.
Look, Chicago,
And
right?
the agents got fucking hot, dude. And they were like, no. They started telling the higher ups, and they said, get the fuck over, get to DC right now. That's the only place you're going. That's my vote. That shit is so delicious. I could eat it all night.
Yeah, Trump did not like that whole thing where he was drinking with the hockey team, and he doesn't like the whole thing that's going on there.
He doesn't
I
like
really-
anything Patel does.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Patel also.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
I got to
too.
go with Patel.
Okay.
I mean,
Aaron?
anytime you
What was the
get
other
called
option?
back, anytime you get called back by your Lord and Master,
Yeah,
that's
right.
a royal flush.
Return to the Death Star.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go Patel, but what was the other option?
The other one was a Confederate flag, which I know was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that was a fuck up.
Our
For
first
North
the biggest-
Carolina, with North Carolina, I mean, come on, that's par for the course, guys.
Yeah, but
Seriously.
at the Great American State Fair, and I'm going to go North Carolina just to I'll
Okay.
break up the sweep.
Okay. Oh.
Oh no, I know
Right.
I got to pee, buddy.
But I'm
That
not
means the
taking
next
back.
round is going to fucking suck for me.
Probably.
It gets tougher as it goes along. It's the
Nikki?
nature of the game.
Nikki Haley
Goes fast.
criticizing Mamdani for urging energy moderation when she did the same thing as governor of South Carolina versus Leon Black walking out on Epstein's hearing.
I'm going to vote
I
Epstein
got to
just to
go with
keep it
Nikki
in
Haley on this
the
one.
consciousness.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
1-1.
Mhm.
About you, Rob?
I'm not really familiar with either of those things, but with Epstein in the name, that's the one I'll go for.
Okay.
A guy walked out of a Senate hearing about the Epstein files,
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
didn't like the questions. He just bounced.
Yeah, he bounced.
See, these hearings are so fucking pointless. You don't even have to go. What are they going to do? They're going to
Right.
spank
right.
you.
I think they're going to subpoena him back. Yeah.
Well, just for a little clarity, Mom Donnie it's it's hotter than a fucking match in New York right now. So he advised people to not raise their air conditioning higher than like 70 degrees or something to conserve energy. And they went back and looked, and Nikki Haley used the term, "This is what communism looks like."
Yeah.
She used that word, communism. But people looked into it, and Haley had done the same thing in South Carolina at one time. So she was a hypocrite.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
A Republican hypocrite? What?
yeah, unbelievable. But they do exist.
Mhm.
What about you, Lise?
The vote.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Epstein.
Epstein.
I'll
So
go
it's-
Epstein. Yeah.
Okay, so it's 3-1 Epstein, I think.
Okay.
So that leaves me. My vote doesn't count, but I'll go with
Why not?
Haley just for the hell of it,
Okay.
because it's already been settled.
Oh.
It's 3-1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Never mind.
all right, the last matchup of round one is go ahead. Sir.
Republican attorney Liz Murill indicted for intimidation on local officials opposing a GOP law to overhaul Louisiana courts.
That's a mouthful.
That's a lot. Yeah, versus Weekend at McConnell's.
Oh,
McConnell's. McConnell's. Absolutely McConnell's.
At McConnell's.
we do it all for you.
I have to go with McConnell as well because of the fact that not only am I brain dead, I'm still a Republican senator.
And I'll take
I think I shared in the chat that one political cartoon that was Schrodinger's McConnell.
Mm.
He's either alive obstructing democracy or dead doing nothing. Well, right now he's both, actually, until you open the box.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going McConnell.
McConnell.
Do it all for you.
Yep.
I like turtles.
McConnell. 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 McConnell.
Yeah,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes of
I'm
Clean
gonna-
sweep.
I'm going to go with the Hamburglar.
Ha.
Yeah.
Get a-
Absolutely.
Get a toy, McConnell's.
Although pretty serious what Morrill did, but yeah, to make it clear to the viewers, I don't think we mentioned it. If McConnell's dead, there has to be a special election, like almost right away, and Massey can run again as an independent, and that would end
Yep.
the Republican
Yep.
majority in the Senate.
Yeah.
But if they
Yep.
can keep
And
him
that's why Mike
alive
Johnson
until-
does
yeah.
not want it, and he sent everybody home.
Don't
And-
pull the plug. Don't do it. Not yet.
Yeah,
Right.
But if they can keep him alive until November, when he was stepping down anyway.
Yeah.
But that's some real third world shit. That's like when
But
Castro-
for that to work
yeah.
out, he would have to die by like the middle of next month to have time to do a special election.
Mm.
Yeah, probably.
Hmm?
Well, we're down to our final four.
Mhm.
And not only that, guys, but keep in mind that you've had a lot of people, journalists, as well as politicians, wanting proof of life.
hmm Yeah,
Or
Governor
McConnell.
Bashir.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
like all we gotta do is prove that he's brain dead, and that's the next best thing. He's out.
Exactly.
Yep, he's done.
Yeah. How to attack that is, it seems that has people kind of in a state of paralysis right now. What do you do?
Yeah,
Call the
it's amazing.
law? You know,
You have to spill the beans somewhere.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't
we
believe
just
they
got
haven't already
relevant
gotten a
stuff
subpoena
and,
for those records to check
Yeah.
the status.
It
The
might
thing-
be
it's just
a
it's
violation or something.
to
There's gotta be-
prove
It's
some
coming.
the
It's
pro-
coming, guys.
No,
The
I think
complica-
they can.
The complication is
It's
to
coming.
prove
Yeah.
somebody brain dead.
Your wellness
You
check.
You have to prove that the
Oh
lowest
no,
part.
no, that was a joke.
You have to
Go ahead.
prove that the lowest part of their brain stem no longer
Right.
functions, and that's really hard to do. That's the last part to die.
Hmm.
So if that's still going legally, he's still considered like alive.
Yeah.
Otto has to pee. He wants to know how many of these we got left.
All right, we're in the final four here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Almost
Islamic
done.
Republic of Japan versus Pash Patel's Grounded.
Fuck.
Oh, you're grounded.
So that's one for Cash.
He's a
Grounded.
bad boy.
I'm gonna I'm sticking with Japan.
Me
Okay.
too.
Okay, so I'm the tiebreaker. That's sorry.
You
All
are.
right.
Fuck yeah,
Grounded or
Japan.
Japan?
I think. Oh man, that is tough.
He
That
said
is-
it with such conviction and
And-
arrogance on his
And,
face.
and remember, hon, I won't hold it against you if you pick wrong.
All
No,
right.
you're right.
That's good to know.
Tell it to me.
I remember.
You gotta love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the dumbest statement I've ever heard a Republican say, or a president of the United States say.
Fuck yeah,
Islamic
dude.
Republic of Japan.
God, he's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be in the history books, I think.
I want that shit to win this.
1,000 missiles pointed at the.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's another one.
Leon Black leaving the Epstein hearing versus McConnell. Weekend at McConnell's.
McConnell.
At McDonald's, we do it all for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're just going to call Black back, but McConnell can really, really make a difference.
I'm gonna go with McConnell also.
Yeah, I still like turtles.
You like turtles? Okay.
I used to take care of
Cowabunga,
Turtle at a
dude.
center.
Turtle soup.
Should have named him Mitch.
So
Hey,
it's
Mitch,
McConnell.
you hungry?
Just a minute, buddy.
All right. Otto's gonna be eating Aaron's leg off here in a minute if we don't
Okay,
get through this.
Japan versus McConnell.
Ah,
McConnell.
what?
McConnell.
Over Japan?
I mean, it's,
You
Weekend
guys
at
really
Bernie's-
say that a spoof, the Weekend in
You gotta look at the
McDonald's?
ramifications. You got to look at the ramifications of McConnell still being considered alive by the Republican Party, because again, if McConnell is actually considered dead, as in dead, as in bereft of life and so forth, then
Then these
Johnson
20-minute
loses the
conversations
majority
are kind
of
of
the House.
silly.
Mhm.
Just saying proving somebody brain dead is not as easy as all that anymore.
No,
It
no,
just doesn't-
yeah, no. But McConnell, or you're going Japan.
Fuck yeah.
I gotta go over to the dark side.
all right. Well, it's McConnell. It is
Yep.
weekend at McConnell's.
Okay.
Is that the end?
Yep.
Yep.
All
Bye,
right.
Otto. Have a good
All
week.
right. It's been a
We're out a little
fantastic-
early. Thanks for having us on the Antisocial
Bye,
Network,
adios.
Rob.
Yeah. Thanks for the extra time, Tom, Rob. I appreciate that. And on the Antisocial
Hey,
Network.
real quick though, before we jump out of here, let me just say this real quick, because I think everybody needs to understand. Democrats, a lot of eyes are going to be on you moving forward, guys. Like, we need to maintain that fucking moral majority, and it doesn't have to be, oh, the politicians have to maintain it. Sure, they do, but you can give a hungry person a fucking dollar. Right? You can help spread kindness out to the world and let everybody know that if there are evildoers inside the Democratic ranks, they will be fucking dealt with and not coddled. And that means a lot. And we got to recognize how much that's going to mean to the whole world, how they look at us as a country. We've got to show them that we're not what we're pretty much proven to be.
Right.
That was
Sage.
my idea.
Absolutely.
Sage advice, Rob. Thank
And
you.
then vote.
And vote.
Vote,
yes.
vote, vote.
Oh, you're gonna love this, Phil.
Yeah.
Friday at my job, we had a data breach attempt.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, somebody out of the country tried using a VPN 58 times to try to access the Azure Active Directory.
Oh geez. How'd you guys detect it?
I'm not sure who found it, but one of the higher ups started sending emails, and they found all of the IP addresses, and they determined that 27 of the attempts were a VPN because one was from Morocco, one was from Belize,
Wow.
all different places, but it was always the same name. So they were able to isolate the IPs and block them.
Damn. Yeah, well, I know what data breaches are like. And we had a colossal one several years ago. So
Well, fortunately, this guy was an amateur, and we've got MFA set up.
oh yeah.
So he didn't get very damn far, but we've got his fingerprints and his footsteps, so to speak.
Well, that's all's well that ends well, but you got to be vigilant about that shit.
Yep, because we blocked every damn IP address, and we started blocking every damn country that kept coming up.
Wow. All right, man. Well, happy birthday. Hope you have a good birthday.
you.
And it's on. What are you now? You're 50. Probably.
Let's just say I'm 16 in reverse.
There you go. All right. All right. All right. Well, you have a good night, man. It's been fun.
You too.
Good
See you in a
one. All
couple weeks.
right. Yep. Talk to you later.
All right.